we're back. Dr. Jacques Trespitri of Soho MD, here at the Bullpen at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. I'm here with Maria Luisa Pineda of Envisagenics. I got that.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Good, good. Excited to be here.
Yeah, great to have you here. Could you tell us your story and what got you to this point?
Yeah, a little bit about me and what I'm doing here. I'm currently the co-founder and CEO of Envisagenics. We are an AI drug discovery company trying to identify novel therapeutics by using RNA splicing. And I'm also secretary and co-founder of the Alliance for Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare.
Oh, no way. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a step back. So you have a PhD?
Correct.
And what was your PhD in?
In biological sciences out of Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory
Okay.
in New York.
Okay.
So
And what was the progression between that and starting Envisagenics?
So since I moved from Columbia, I realized I was really good at getting my own funding for research in my school and then grad school. And afterwards, when I got my PhD, I really wanted to figure out what to do with it and started building a team in New York. It was like, what can I do with a PhD? And from there, I was interviewing and inviting people that had PhDs. And out of everybody I met, there was one that was an entrepreneur. I didn't even know what that meant. So he was now a VC. He had just sold his company for almost $1 billion, 989 million.
Not bad.
Not bad. PhD out of computer science out of Chicago U. And I said, oh, how does that work? And he said, well, why don't you come and intern with me as a VC and learn about it. So I did that for a few years after my PhD, and that's when my co-founder and our professor, Adrian Craner, called that the RNA therapeutic that they were working on was saving children's lives.
Wow.
So I decided to spin out the technology and start Envisagenics.
Amazing. So, and tell us more about the company.
So we use a lot of machine learning algorithms and use RNA sequencing from the human genome, identify RNA errors in patients, and then take those errors and develop therapeutics for those. So then we can fix them, increase the protein production, increase and save people's lives. So we can, do it faster, better, more personalized. Been doing this for now almost 10 years.
Wow. So you've really been at the cutting edge of this kind of work.
Yeah, there was no industry back then.
Wow. And then in terms of this organization, you said you're the secretary of which organization?
The Alliance for Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare,
Okay,
the AAIH.
Okay, you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, so it's a policy group that many of the startups and our pharma partners and some academic institutions, we decided to start around 4 years ago so we could really be at the forefront of our own industry. How do we use AI to accelerate drug development to, in healthcare and save patients' lives and really work with, the policymakers so we can help them, educate them, and really grow this industry. And I will say as a group, so we can, know what the standards, what the policy, what the families, what the foundations, what everybody, every single stakeholder need and require so we can really do our job better. And instead of competing, actually get together and work as a team, as a one unit. So that's why all the AI in healthcare startups got together, and we're almost 50 now.
Wow. And it's amazing how fast AI has been moving, and just, it's like the technology is ahead of the policy and just the understanding of the impact.
Yeah, correct. And I think that was the premise of we are ahead of the curve. We are the key opinion leaders. We should be working with all the policymakers, Congress, Senate, not only in the States, but in Europe, North America and Canada, even in Asia, because, diseases are global. And, all of us are from somewhere in this world, but we're all trying to, help and generate therapeutics for patients. So if we all get together that are doing AI and really help the policymakers around the world to standardize, to really ethically move the needle together, it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. And is it localized to New York, or is this a national, international?
It's international.
Wow.
So our office is in New York. But again, the co-founders span from everywhere. So from Alex in Silicon Medicine in China to Roche, that is in Switzerland, are one of our co-founders in Toronto in Canada, Cyclica, who was just acquired by Recursion, who is in Utah. And from founders from here, from Stanford, in San Francisco. So it really spans from across the globe, just everybody that's doing AI in healthcare.
It's amazing. And back to Envisagenics. So in terms of, what you're working on now for 2024, what excites you?
What excites me, it's that my science works, to be honest with you.
That's amazing.
The platform, we're able to go from analyzing, data from patients all the way to now our novel epitope and compound in a matter of less than a year. So now we can work with pharma partners, and they could then partner with us to take our compound into the clinic together, because it is a team sport. So really working with pharmaceutical companies so we can leverage my platform and then develop therapeutics so we could get in a year, 2 years into the clinic, so we could really make a difference in patients' lives.
Yeah, the impact is going to be huge. I mean,
Correct.
this is a whole new way of approaching this kind of work.
Yeah. More precise is identifying the right targets, the mechanism of action, the right population that have and can benefit from that therapy, then design the compounds around that, target itself. So it will change the paradigm of how compounds have been developed. First, rationally design it and identify the patient population. So every single one of my, therapeutics or assets will have a companion diagnostic, because we will be able to identify the patients, give it to them, and be able to get into the clinic a lot faster and sooner, which is what we all want.
That's amazing. And then as far as the bullpen and the community, what's your ask?
I am looking for pharmaceutical partners that are interested in innovating. And, the bullpen, it's identify other CEOs and other co-founders, because we all have the similar issues, even though we don't have the same companies. And others that want to join the Alliance for Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare, the AAIH, so they could join us and help us drive policy. If you're using AI, come join us. It's a great organization, and you're with all the key opinion leaders in our field. So kind of, if you want to help me grow my company, great. If not, come join us at AAIH so we can change the world together.
That's amazing. So if you want to learn more about Maria Luisa Pineda's business, Envisagenics, and the AI organization, you can find her link in bio at bullpen.ventures. Great to have you here. Thank you so much.